So here we're just doing a tennis ball toss. Uh, the player's just gonna either catch it or tap it back and perform a layup. Really don't matter if they catch it. It's just giving them some training and using their offhand and taking their eyes away from the basket. A lot of times in a game, it's unrealistic to think that they're going to keep their eyes on the basket the whole time. What we want them to do is be able to take their eyes off the basket, perform a function, use their offhand, and then redirect their eyes back to the target and finish the layup. So here they're just going through it, each side, working the left, working the right, and just tossing that ball back or either knocking it down and then readjusting for the layup. A little more fun than just doing a regular layup, but also teaches them how to use that offhand and to redirect their eyes. So now they're jumping in the air. They have to tap the ball back while they're in the air. And it looks way easier than it actually is. Takes a lot of concentration on this. Just good at finishing at the hoop through contact. Very minimal contact. Really just working that offhand, being able to work each hand independent of the other. Using that athleticism to try to jump in the air, and while they're in the air, redirect that ball back to whoever's tossing it, or just knock it down. It really don't matter. I found it's a little bit easier for them to have the ball and then them go chase it rather than me having the ball and throwing it to them and then trying to gather that ball back. I just have them each have their own ball. They pass it, then they have to go. Here we just have them working creativity. So they have some obstacles. The only rule I really set up with them is that they do have to pick up the miniature medicine ball and slam it back down and do a move. Other than that, they can do whatever move at each one of the obstacles, the small cones that they want. So it's any combo they want, and then they just have to finish with something that's not a regular layup. They can do a reverse, they can do a double pump, anything. This is just to work on their creativity and their athleticism. Just a little something different. Not a common drill you see a lot, but it's just working on doing whatever move, their creativity. I'm not going to give them any designed move they have to do. Whatever they want to do to get around that obstacle. The only rule they have is they have to slam the miniature medicine ball and then perform a move, and then they can do whatever move they want at the hoop other than a normal layup.
Try. Hey, gotta get that ball back. Hey, you guys can rotate sides back and forth too. Same thing set up over here.
I don't really want them thinking too much here. We want them going fast. That's the only thing we really emphasize here is trying to go fast. Heard me say girls seem to overanalyze and think about the moves instead of just doing whatever. This isn't something we do every time we practice, but it's a good get them out of the norm. Uh, just working on creativity and athleticism, not necessarily a real drill that we're gonna spend a lot of time focusing on each and every practice, but just a little something different. I really like seeing them experiment, do whatever. This is something where I'm not going to yell at them if they do anything wrong. This is totally on them, totally creative, uh, doing whatever move you feel comfortable, when you feel comfortable, and trying to shoot anything other than a regular layup, trying to initiate that contact. Maybe you got blocked, maybe you got fouled, whatever it might be, but adjusting your shot in the air and trying to finish, or redirecting and trying to finish from a different angle. They took a water break. Claire's kind of asking me, "Hey, how do you do that pump? How do you do that redirection where you go up with one shot and then change it into, maybe a wide angled hook, or how do you adjust your shot while you're in the air?" So just kind of showing her how to adjust the shot. You go up, maybe somebody comes in to block it, you adjust it. We're just working like a glide dribble, a crossover into a lateral glide into a 1-2 shot. So I have them just starting with a basic crossover just to feel that rhythm, feel that motion. So they're just doing a 1-2 and then gliding that ball into the 1-2 shot. Not real strict on these, just kind of working on getting open. More of a ball handling drill, just getting open, creating space for that to get that shot off.
It don't matter.
The setup's not real important. It's, it's just teaching them. Now we're just doing basic crossover into a 1-2 shot. So we're crossing the ball over. Here we're just crossing it over, going into a drop, and then driving out of that drop into our 1-2 shot. So we'll cross it over, drop, pound, 1-2. I like them to get that pound dribble out in front of them before they get that shot off. So again, they're just crossing the ball over, getting into their drop, and then pushing forward with a pound dribble into a 1-2 shot. Again, a lot of these moves are 1v1 moves, or when you have a defender out and you're just trying to create space. These are basically just moves, working on moves to create that space. They're going to, if the defender, depending on how the defender guards them, if they get in that drop and the defender's late, they'll drive all the way to the basket. Right here, we're assuming the defender gets back and cuts them off, and they're just going in, pulling up for their 1-2 jump shot. Now they're moving into a crossover after that drop. So they're going to drive, cross the ball over, and then do their under drag. So they're dropping, pushing the ball across, under drag, shot. So again, the defender cuts them off from their drive. They cross the ball over. The defender recovers. They under drag, step back, and get their shot. Claire's kind of demonstrating it. There's some questions about how to do this. She's just demonstrating, helping the others out. Again, none of these have to be perfect. We're just working on each move, getting them reps. So they're getting reps with their crossovers. They're getting reps with their drop, reps with their push cross and their under drags. So typically we like to build, start off with one and just keep building and building and building. We're never going to call these plays out. Hey, do a drop. Hey, do a push cross. If they drill them enough, when the opportunity presents itself, they'll be able to do them.
All right, after the drag, back between, behind. You drag it, right back between. So after you drag, right back between.
And here they're just here they're just adding between behind into their 1-2 shot. So they're doing now they're building upon the others, the crossover to the drop, to the push cross, to the under drag. Now they're going between and back to behind the back 1-2 shot. Again, just trying to create that separation. You have to do it fast. You have to do it fast.